Hey everybody, if you are getting this video, then at some point we had a conversation and you were just interested in this church plant that God has called me and my wife Megan to here in West Lakewood. Thank you so much for your support of what God is up to here. If you're looking behind me, this is the neighborhood that we are looking to plant our church in. It's called the Solterra neighborhood. It's in the western side of Lakewood. Right now there are 2,000 new homes that have gone in this neighborhood, and Lakewood City Council just approved just a couple weeks ago. It's so awesome. 4,000 new homes to go in just south of the homes that you see here. So that means that there are going to be about 20,000 new residents in this area. 20,000 people. And as we have talked to people who have already moved into this neighborhood and are asking, what is God up to here? We're finding that the neighborhood is predominantly unchurched young families, and that there is not a church within a few miles of this neighborhood that is really geared towards reaching young unchurched families. And we just think that that breaks God's heart. And so last year, Megan and I felt called by God to plant a church here in West Lakewood. And the reason why we want to do this is we want to captivate families of West Lakewood with Jesus so they can change the world for Jesus. That's why we're up to this. That's why God called us to plant this church. And just to give you an update on where we're at, I'm in a residency at our planting church named Cherry Hills Community Church. I started about 3 weeks ago. I'll be there for 4 months, and they have just been amazing. It's been a time of equipping, a time of refreshing, a time to just learn so much about church planting. They've brought in an expert church planting mentor for me, and things are just going really, really well, learning a ton. And so there's one thing that I want to ask you to pray for if you would support us in this effort. If you would pray that God would begin to answer the question of who. No church plant works alone, and this plant is going to take a lot of really amazing people. And right now we're asking that God would call around this plant 3 people who could come on staff with us. Families pastor to be able to reach these families, these children, do children's ministry with excellence. Worship pastor that could just provide a captivating worship experience for people who do not know Jesus, and a communities pastor that could really help people understand who Jesus is, provide community and care within the church. If you would begin to pray for us that God would answer those questions of who, it would be a huge gift. I'm so excited to keep updating you guys on what God is doing in this plant. Things are just going well. It has been amazing to see how God is already moving, and we will be back with more updates in weeks to come. God bless.